Shablamacadabra, Lorelei, ya, Shablacadabra, any Biotixx. Welcome to the, what episode is this? Sixth episode of Shablam. I'm Lorelei.
And I'm Antibiotics. Hi.
And we are the drag philosophers of this generation. We're going to get down to the bottom of the culture until we Shablam. Girl.
I haven't seen you in like multiple weeks.
Enough with the theatrics.
Hello.
Enough with the theatrics.
Never enough of the theatrics. I live for the theatrics.
I live for the applause.
Can I confess something though?
What?
This might be a controversial statement. I'm going to start the pod with something maybe a little spicy. I prefer disease over abracadabra.
Okay,
if I had to pick one.
I'm an abracadabra girl. Leave a comment down below if you're more of a disease stan or an abracadabra stan.
Tell us what you prefer.
We're all excited for the mayhem era.
I cannot wait. This will probably be out after that is out, correct?
Are you a real like Gaga girl? Because you were probably like 30 when she came out, right?
Bitch. Oh my God. I have loved Lady Gaga since, the beginning.
Yeah, like 2008, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm not like a fangirl like that. Like I would never call myself a little monster.
Oh,
but I'm not a part of any fandom like that. I don't know. That's not my style.
I feel like you like Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, but I'm not like, I don't know like every song on every album. I don't know. My brain doesn't work like that. Sue me.
What were you doing in 2008?
2008, I had just started grad school. So I was in like Shakespeare, Stanislavski, Moliere. I was in my theater zhuzh, you know?
I was in middle school.
Bitch. Oh my God. I'm old. We all know by now, right?
Just wanted to reestablish that.
Yes. But Gaga's like your number one diva, right?
Well, right. Basically, since I was in middle school, when she came out with Born This Way, I was like in high school being like, yes, I am born this way. It was literally like preventing my suicidal ideation. So thank you, Lady Gaga. Thank you.
Wow. Yes. And you have seen her live. Have we talked about this?
Oh, yes. So I am in the Chromatica Ball documentary. I am with the recording of the concert that she did in Los Angeles. I am in the pit for that concert. So you can see shots of me. You can see shots of my hand. I was the one with the green acrylic nails. It actually is quite iconic. I actually got a lot of attention for it after the concert because I went out after the Chromatica Ball. I'm not kidding. They were like, I went out to Akbar. Akbar mention again. Mention again.
I say Akbar, she says Akbar.
But I went out to Akbar after the concert and I had like 3 people stop me and be like, that was your hand on the screen. And I was like, yes.
But just based on the nail alone?
It was really iconic. If you were there, you know.
All right.
If you were at the LA show for the Chromatica Ball, you know.
So if I watch it on, where is it? It's streaming somewhere, right?
It's on HBO Max.
Hey. I could see your fingernail.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let's get a screen grab so the Shablamers can see it.
Okay, screenshot here.
Hey.
Gag on that.
Look at that nail.
And a little bit of this as well.
Ooh, were you doing this in your nail?
You'll have to watch the episode.
Ooh,
and
I
you'll
can't
have
wait.
To see.
All right, stay tuned.
How are you? I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. We
real.
haven't seen each other in weeks. You've been a traveling lady.
Y'all, don't ever leave your best friend. It's not good.
Don't do it.
Yeah, because then you'll have to record a podcast episode about it that'll take up probably over half of the podcast episode.
Yeah, we have a lot to catch up on. Should we tell them what the title of this episode is, though, or should we save it and make them wait?
Let's tell them.
All right. This episode is called
My First Time. We're going to be talking about our first times in a lot of areas, but including some of our very first drag performances. Mm-hmm. But before that, we have a lot to catch up on.
We have a lot to catch up on. So where should we even start? I don't even know.
Girl.
Do you want to talk about your travels? Do you want to talk about your dating? I had some gigs I can fill you in on as well.
We have our homework
homework. Where should we start, Alex?
Leave a comment down below if you have anything else for us to cover before we get into the topic today.
We got straight producer Alex in the house. Hey, Alex.
Save the dating for last.
Okay, we'll save the dating
Alex
for
wants
last.
us to save the dating for last. Why don't we start with the homework just to get out of the way?
Okay, we'll get our homework out of the way. So I have my homework from 2 weeks ago. I don't even know. Time is weird.
We recorded a bunch of episodes into the can, and then we took like a 2-week break.
Yes.
And now we're back together. So it's a little strange because we were recording every single week for a little while, and we were seeing each other very consistently. And now we have a lot to catch up on.
And also, this is the first one we were recording since people have started listening. So now we know that people have listened.
If you're listening to this, thank you so much.
Thank you. We love you.
We've gotten the nicest comments. We're so glad that you guys are Shablamers.
Yes.
We're gonna make a special broadcast broadcast channel for Shablamers, by the way. So if you're
Oh.
listening to this, by the time this episode is released, we will have a special broadcast channel for you to join where we can talk to you as Shablamers.
Oh.
The Shablamers can talk to us. You can put in requests for the episodes, see special content, etc.
I had no idea all of that was happening.
Gag on that.
All right, I will. Fun. But yeah, so we had some fun comments. We owe some people some prizes for my Bible verse.
On the
Senior
very first
year.
episode.
We can get into those later. But yeah, so the homework from 2 weeks ago, I had to write a scenelet
Mhm.
of the meet cute of Antibiotics and Lorelei at our gay casino.
Go back to episode 4 where
Yes.
we talk about our gay casino, Shablam.
Hello, of course.
Shablam the casino. And this scene is really an homage to our friendship, but it's also an imagined scenario in which we bump into each other at Shablam the casino in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes. So I wrote this whilst stoned weeks ago, and I haven't really looked at it since. So I'm hoping it makes sense. Here's your script.
Okay, thank you very much.
You'll be reading the role of Lorelei.
Should I also do
Stage directions.
Stage directions?
Yes. The first half, I highlighted the ones.
I'm going to have to take off my glove for this one.
I know,
Hang on.
right?
Okay, hold on.
So I'm going to give a little bit of a preamble. There's a little bit of setting the scene in case you missed the episode where we talked about our gay casino.
Right.
There is a very special part of said casino, the spa and wellness center, which is where this scene takes place.
The Amber Crane Spa and Wellness Center.
Yes, you will hear all about it.
Okay, here we go. Alex, can we get some play music here? Something very theatrical?
Ooh, some very gay casino Vegas music. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you very much. Interior lobby of the Amber Crane Experience Holistic Spa and Wellness Center. Day. Camera pans over a banner that reads, Grand Opening of the Amber Crane Experience Holistic Spa and Wellness Center. Leave the drama for your mama and get ready to relax. The center of the lobby contains a fountain with water shooting from the mouths of 2 bronze gay dolphins, Cookie and Smokey. An orchestral version of Hot to Go by Chapel Roan plays quietly on the speakers. The gay bronze dolphins sway gently to the music. Lorelei, drag queen, very late 20s. Okay, not too much. Not very late, I would
I was gonna
say.
Lorelei hasn't read this yet, so
Maybe-
this is a cold read.
Maybe mid. Okay, all right. Awaits her spa appointment on a plush velvet chaise lounge on the right side of the fountain. She's wearing a chic champagne satin robe with a crystal encrusted brooch in the shape of a dolphin. She sips a large neon green frozen cocktail in a fishbowl whilst flipping through the pages of Class with the Countess, How to Live with Elegance and Flair by Countess Luann de Lesseps.
On the opposite side of the dolphin fountain, lounging on an identical velvet chaise lounge and wearing a matching champagne-colored satin robe, sits Antibiotics, drag queen, also late 20s.
That's the biggest joke I've ever heard.
Hey, she drinks a large blue frozen cocktail with a syringe shot topper floating inside, also in a fishbowl. In between sips, she unsuccessfully tries to open a bottle of poppers. She continues struggling, getting more and more frantic until she loses grip of the bottle, which goes flying slow motion style over the fountain, hitting Lorelei on the head before landing in her drink with a splash.
Ouch! What the fuck?
Oh my god, I am so sorry. How's your head?
Well, I've never had any complaints.
Huh? Oh, I see what you did there. They both laugh. Well, can I at least buy you a new drink? I don't think you should finish that one. I just saw a TikTok that said you shouldn't drink poppers. Who knew?
Everyone knew that. But sure, you can get me another drink. I'm having the Lorelei.
Ooh, I wanted to try that one, but the color was giving me the substance vibes, and I don't think the gays of Las Vegas could handle a younger, hotter version of me. It would just be too powerful, know what I mean?
Yeah, that's totally understandable. You're literally the most beautiful drag queen I've ever seen. You must do my makeup one day. I'm sure you could teach me a thing or two. Mi nombre is Lorelei.
Oh.
This is my signature cocktail. The Lorelei.
Oh.
Duh.
So you're getting a massage, facial, 5 cc's of Juvederm?
I'm getting a hot stone massage. Really focus on that lower back. It's been a long day.
Oh, Amber Crane is the best, and this is her experience. She'll send over the sexiest masseur you've ever seen, and I'll have that lower back in tip-top shape in no time.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god, I just realized why you seem so familiar. You know there's a huge photograph of someone that looks just like you right near the entrance to the Lorelei? You know, the sex dungeon downstairs? But that bitch had a mustache. And a whip.
That was me. I shaved.
I've heard tell of a mysterious mustachioed drag queen called Lorelei, but I thought it was a myth. A figment. A hoax.
Girl, lay off the poppers. They're starting to rot your brain, bitch.
Anyway, it's nice to meet you, Lorelei. Hey, now that I know that you're not a sparkly specter that haunts the halls of the Smoky Tower, you should come to the show tonight. It's gonna be great. I'm the headlining act. I'll put you on the list.
What?
Yeah, I'm headlining the big grand opening gala tonight. I know, all the posters say and billboards say that Azalea Banks is supposed to perform, but she was in 212 on the Uptown A, and that's nowhere near Las Vegas.
No, bitch. You got some bad intel. They asked me to be the headlining act.
They?
Well, yes. Everyone in the Smoky Tower, that is.
Well, the gays in the Cookie Tower want me to perform.
Who cares about the people in the Cookie Tower? You know the Smoky Tower is bigger. Plus, that's where the polycules stay, okay? So more people means you're outnumbered, bitch.
Why don't you just be my backup dancer? That is, if you think you can handle my choreo. I went to Juilliard. I have a BA in Peanut Bausch, bitch.
Juilliard, your boyfriend's dick. My grandpa is on the California Supreme Court, and your verdict just came back. Ugly.
Oh, you better put a nail on before you come for me, bitch.
Nail this!
Oh! She lunges toward Annie and they start a long, extremely choreographed fight, which ends with them both soaking wet in the fountain.
Wait! And maybe here we can kind of make the music a little bit softer, a little bit more like come to realization. Wait! What are we doing? Why are we doing this? This world is such a crazy place right now, and we need drag queens to stick together and be leaders for our community. I want to live in a world where the residents of the Smoky Tower and the Cookie Tower can exist in harmony. What do you say we host the big opening gala together, girl?
You know what? You're right. The only way we're gonna make it through the opening of this gay casino is by doing it together. Count me in, bitch.
Let's do it, sister. Here's to a start of a beautiful partnership.
Okay, we gotta get dried off and get to the gig. We're gonna be late.
I think you're forgetting something, sister.
Oh no, what now?
You still owe me a drink.
They both laugh and laugh as they exit the lobby. The gay bronze dolphins in the fountain continue their gentle swaying as the camera fades to black.
And
End of scene.
Wow. Give it up
There
for
we go.
screenwriter Biotixx.
Hello, soon to be appearing on Broadway.
How can we get this sent to Hollywood?
Hello, who knows? Anyone have a writing agent?
If you're out there and you're looking for Hollywood, if you're watching and you want to sponsor us, leave a comment down below.
Leave a comment below.
Gag
There we
that.
go. So that was my homework, the meet cute of Annie and Lorelei.
Congratulations, bitch. That was really freaking good.
Thanks.
A Tony Award might be on your horizon.
Ooh.
That'll get you one award closer to an EGOT.
Oh my God. What do you think would be the first award you would win in the EGOT of the four?
Well, for me, we all know it would be a Grammy.
You think so? A Grammy for your music? You really got to warn Alex before you do that.
Yeah, that probably freaked the sound quality out. All the podcast listeners went, "Youch, my ears!"
Ow! You win a Grammy? I would probably win. I think I'll win an Emmy first.
Oh yeah.
My television work.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Biotixx is a General Hospital cast member.
Hello, 2 episodes recurring.
What was your character's name?
Antibiotics.
Oh, see that? They wrote her into the script.
Hello.
Now that's Hollywood, honey.
There you go. It was just drag queen MC, but I think in the credits I am Antibiotics.
Gag on that.
Yeah.
Can you hand me a Coke?
Oh God, again?
Yeah, we're going to do a little ASMR.
We only have Diet Coke. Do you like that aspartame still?
Leave a comment down below if you want to see Lorelei drink some aspartame.
Ooh, eat some aspartame.
Gag this. Ready?
ASMR.
Welcome to the Lorelei and Antibiotics Bodega.
How's that warm Diet Coke?
I actually prefer soda at a room temperature. Sorry, I just kind of burped there. I don't know if you can hear that on the audio. It's kind of strange that people feel so comfortable burping or farting in front of each other. Like, would you ever shit in front of me? No. So why the fuck would you do other bodily functions in front of me like burping or farting?
Oh my God.
See, it's rude.
You are a psycho.
Bitch, you think I'm a psycho?
Yes.
Look at your outfit right now and look at your makeup.
You have the same outfit except in blue. You wore it 2 weeks ago. Oh.
You are a huge bitch.
Leave a comment below
You are a fucking bitch.
if you think I'm a bitch.
I never thought you would go there, Annie, but every day, you never cease to surprise me with how low you will go. Every day it is lower and lower, and I'm starting to get a little tired of it. As your podcast host, co-host, and your friend, I'm starting to wonder if maybe this is all worth it.
Straight producer Alex. Do you believe her? A little. God damn it.
See, I told you a couple episodes ago that Alex always thought you were a bitch. He told me this many times, and I told you many times that you are really out of line when you were on this podcast.
Fuck ASMR.
Girl.
I said it.
Fuck you and your boyfriend's dick.
Ah! You wish.
Well, yes.
Anyway, that was our homework. Congratulations on a successful completion. I'm going to give you a...
You can give me a bad grade.
A C plus.
Yeah, you can give me a bad grade.
Maybe a C.
You know what? Next week, I'll come in with a revision. I think what that was a rehearsal.
Okay.
What it was a workshop.
A dress run.
A dress run. And I think next time I can come in with something really, really solid for us.
Well, yeah, I wanted a jingle. Did you give me a jingle?
Okay, so I got to get that going for next week. Sorry.
It's all right. We'll let it slide.
But this would be a good time for me to get into another homework assignment.
Oh.
Which is that I went to this speed dating event.
Oh, yes. I'm excited about this. So this was a homework assignment from like week 2.
Yeah.
We're going back in the catalog.
Yes, bitch. I went to speed dating. It was a gag. It was actually really fun. So I'll explain. I'll go. Oh, you mind if I just get into this?
Go for it.
So it was at the Yamashiro in Hollywood.
Oh.
Gag on that.
Beautiful view.
Beautiful view of Los Angeles. I'm going by myself. I got there early, a lot earlier than I anticipated, and I was nervous because I could tell that other guys were showing up for the speed dating event because a lot of gay guys were pulling up and they were dressed nice. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting so nervous. And I was like sweating and I felt so hot. I had to go stand like at a separate room.
It's a big restaurant for those who don't know.
It was a huge restaurant. So I decided to just like go outside and like have a drink and like calm myself down. But by the time I got going, it was a lot of fun. I met with 11 different guys.
Dang.
And I had 5 minutes for different guys.
How many of them did you fuck?
Not a single one.
Oh.
They were all of them were really nice. And there were a lot of cute guys actually.
Yeah.
And I met some guys who had actually, it was their second time doing it.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting, but it kind of makes sense because I realized now having done it that, you know, they give you this questionnaire before you come in to kind of determine like what your type is so that they can try to match you as best as they can. There were a lot of guys in the room, and I feel like there was a lot of other people that I could have sat down with, but it was just like the algorithm, the way that it unfolded. I met those 11 guys, but I feel like there was other people I could have met, so I can see why people would come back and do it a second time. But I will say to those listening who are looking for an alternative dating experience, who want to get off the apps, it was really not bad. Like I was really nervous.
Okay.
And I set my age range pretty wide. I set it from like 25 to 35. I met guys as young as 25 and I met guys as old as 35. Mm-hmm. They did a really good job of giving me a variety. And I think if you're looking for something new just to get you out of your comfort zone, it was also like, it was really hard to not be anything other than yourself because it was moving so quickly, and there was a lot of fun in like sitting down and be like, oh my God, like it's everyone's like having a drink in their hand and be like, oh, this is all moving so fast, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really give you a lot of time to think, and it keeps you on your toes, and so you really see these people, like you get their energy right away. The very first guy I sat down with, he was super cute and super nice, and I actually did end up matching with him. Mm-hmm. I matched with one other guy, and I got my matches like later on in the night.
Because at the end, they ask you who you like, who you don't like, or how does that work?
Yeah, so there's like this little like app that you use like while you're doing the event, and you like just mark who you like and who you don't like, and obviously if you both like each other, they'll let you know via email. So I got connected with these two guys via email.
Okay.
And this is the one thing I will say for those of you who are looking for an alternative dating experience. Yes. I did email both of these guys and they did not email me back. Totally fine.
Still.
Because to me, still. I know it's been a little while since I've done the event and still, but it's okay because to be honest, like they also met 11 other guys. Out of besides me, there's 10 other guys that they met with that night.
Right.
I assume that there's probably someone in there that probably just really interested in them. And it's okay if I'm not like the top of their list. I'm totally okay with that because my goal in it was like go in with a positive attitude, meet as many guys as you can. And there were a couple of guys that came up to me after the event and like wanted to get some of this Lorelei
That you didn't meet with or that
I
you did?
did not meet with prior. They wanted to get in. And
They saw you from across the room.
well, that's right. And I spent the money at the valet at the Yamashiro. So I said, you know what? Let me take one of these guys outside. So I took them outside of the restaurant. I had a little makeout session.
Oh.
And then I left. But then I didn't hear from any of my matches and it was totally fine with me. And ever since then, I've just been enjoying like my time on the dating apps,
Nice.
on
It's going well.
everything. Yeah, so it's going well.
Now, was there anyone when you got to Yamashiro that you like scanned the room and were like, oh God, I hope I do not like have to sit down with them for 5 minutes?
There were some older guys, but not that I have a problem with older guys, but I knew that I set my age range from like 25 to 35.
Right.
So I was like, it would be really surprising if I matched with these guys. And like I said, this particular event, they did a really good job of making sure that like everyone that I matched with was within like what I requested on the questionnaire. So to me, it was a worthwhile experience. You know, it was about $30,
That's not
and
bad.
I went and I paid for a couple of drinks, and there were a couple of guys that I met too that I tried matching with the intention of being friends. And I told them, I said, I really like you. I'm going to try to match with you like as a friend. I would love if you came and joined my friends for like a night out or something like that. And they seemed down and they didn't match with me. But
That's okay.
you know what? That's okay. That's probably not what they were there for. So
When the timer went off or something and the next person came up, was it kind of, were you the one initiating most of the conversations, or was it like, was it the same conversation like 10 times in a row?
It was so quick that honestly, it was really easy to talk to these guys. Even the guys where I could tell immediately we were not going to click. The best case scenario was that you were getting on so well with the person in front of you that you were like, oh, 5 minutes feels like not enough.
Right.
And by the time the 5 minutes ends, you were like, oh, fuck, I got to go to the next person. And then the worst case scenario was that you were talking to someone and you were like, well, it's only 5 minutes. Thank God it's only 5 minutes. And I can talk about anything for 5 minutes. So, you ask them about their job and you ask them about what they like to do. And there was one guy in particular, he like worked in finance and stuff like that. Not that I wouldn't be able to get on with someone in finance, but I could tell he was just a different type of gay guy than me. There's a lot of different variations of gay guy out there. I'm kind of more like drag queen gay guy. And he was like finance gay guy. So capital G on gay guy, both.
Got it.
So for me, it was a worthwhile experience. I definitely met some people that were really cute, and I don't know, maybe one day I'll find them again.
Yeah, I might run into them.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like we did that thing and I met you that one time. Everyone was really nice though. And it was fun to be in a room where everybody was there for the same reason.
Yes.
Everybody wanted to find someone to like, talk to or, get to know. Everyone was eager to be there. So it was like a fun environment.
I love that. So get out there, do some new things, go on a speed dating.
Yeah, don't be afraid because seriously, these apps are fucking rotted. I will say I just downloaded Tinder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were over Hinge?
I wasn't overhinged, but I decided I needed to like stretch out my prospects a little bit because I was getting a little bored with my pool at the moment.
Got it.
So I went onto Tinder. It's rotted.
It's always so funny to see the same people on like multiple apps.
I think about all the time because I've been on the apps for like honestly like several years, and I think about all the time like, oh my God, I probably look so ran through on some of these apps because there's some guys on here that I know have been seeing me for the past like, I've lived in LA now for like 8 years, and I've been on the dating apps for like 8 years with like taking breaks for when I've been in relationships for probably like a year or so each time. So I know that there are some guys who are seeing me and they're like, oh God, here is that like drag queen bitch again. You know what I mean?
They're on it too. Who cares?
I'm the #1 drag queen bitch in LA. Okay,
period. Villain of LA.
And for those of you who are concerned about it, I am the villain of LA.
You are now.
I know there's a couple of you who have been having questions about that. And
we did say people have been watching these and commenting. So
yeah, by the way, like thanks for watching and love your viewership.
Now, wait, I have one more question, then we can move on. How often, if at all, did drag come up? The fact that you do drag?
Oh, that's a really great question. Thank you for asking that.
You're welcome.
So guys would ask me, they would be like, what do you do for work? And I would say, I'm a drag queen. And I would tell them just straight off the bat because what do I have to lose? You know what I mean? And for the most part, people were pretty okay with it. I could tell with like the finance guy, for example, that he was a little, I don't think he was like perturbed by it, but he was like, oh, okay, like it was different for him. But there was the first guy I sat with was like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then there was another guy I sat with who was like, oh, I wonder if I've ever seen you before. Like I go to drag shows all the time. And I was like, oh yeah, I do Precinct and I do and he was like, yeah, I've been there before.
Oh, fun.
So, you know, people are out there and.
I was thinking about that since we talked about it in the episode, that I feel like it's the sooner you can let that stuff out, in my opinion, the better. Because if it, especially for you, it is a big part of your life. Why wouldn't you want to know right away how those people feel about it? Because it's not like you're going to change if they
especially
don't like
lately, it's been a big part of my life.
Hello.
Should we get into like this travel schedule?
Yeah, Miss Travel over here.
I've been like traveling a lot. I just got back from a week in New York.
Ooh.
And you did a show while I was gone.
I did. We can get into that. A Meryl Streep drag and comedy variety show.
How was that for you?
Oh, it was good. But can I give a PSA?
Yeah.
Folks out there, loyal Shablamers, if you're going to produce a Meryl Streep themed drag and comedy variety show, and you are going to book someone specifically to play Miranda Priestley, the role famously played by Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada,
Gag that.
please do not play the cerulean monologue literal seconds before said drag queen who is about to perform said monologue takes the stage.
As a transition audio.
I didn't think that needed to be said, but apparently it did, especially because this person had my mix, had me redo it. So she knew what it entailed.
Gag that.
Yeah, so other than that, it was great. I got to work with Darby and Alexis.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Darby.
IMHO.
Hi, Alexis. From
Hey.
the IMHO show. You could say that we were inspired by you, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that. No, I was kidding. I'm just
We
kidding.
love you.
I'm just kidding.
Leave a comment below if you know IMHO.
Yes, gag that on IMHO. We also love like Sloppy Seconds.
Yes.
We love Race Chaser. We support every other drag
Sibling
podcast
rivalry.
out there.
Blah, blah,
Ever
blah.
since releasing our podcast, we have had haters. There are Shablam haters.
Already?
I rebuke you.
Uh-oh.
I rebuke you, Shablam haters. Go back. Go back from the place with which you have been summoned from. I rebuke you. But
I live on their hate. I love it. I feed off of it.
I literally support every bitch who decides to put themselves out there on a podcast.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about starting a podcast, you should too. Because
Please
the
do.
only reason why we started this podcast was just because we fucking wanted to. What's the problem with that?
I don't see one. Obviously, I'm here.
Yeah, but thanks for listening.
Yes,
We're really
thank
excited
you.
that you're all here.
Ooh, thanks, Alex.
That was our 30-minute timer, bitch.
Ooh, we've been talking some shit already.
I know.
It's
And
getting heated now that people have seen the show.
I will just say last thing because so I'm going to be traveling a lot more. If you are watching this and you have been following me because you have seen me at the Taylor Swift Eras Tour drag brunch
Coming soon to a city near you.
that has been touring between Los Angeles and San Diego and now is scheduled to be, we're coming to Phoenix
Hey.
and we're coming to Las Vegas.
Ooh.
So if you were in those cities and you want to get tickets, you definitely should. But it's
a recreation. What is it? Of the Eras tour.
Yeah,
Tour, right?
I did this gig back in November of this like Taylor Swift drag brunch.
Mhm.
It was a one-time thing, but it got sold out. It was super popular, so they wanted to bring us back in December,
Hey.
and then they wanted to bring us back in January,
Oh.
and then they wanted to bring us to San Diego in January,
Okay.
and then they wanted to bring us back to San Diego in February. We're doing it again in LA here in February. It's a cute gig. It's a lot of fun, and if you love Taylor Swift and you love drag, it's really the perfect event because we just perform every single era. And now, here's the thing, Shablamers. I'm not a Swiftie like that.
Oh.
Gag that.
Hello.
I'm not a Swiftie like that. I like folklore. And when I initially got hit up to do this brunch, they were like, you know, if you had to perform a Taylor album, which one would you do? And I said folklore because
Okay.
this is a fun fact for the Shablam audience. I'm a romantic. Like I cry over like love poetry and stuff like that.
Aw.
Like I'm really sensitive to that type of shit. And so when someone writes an album that's literally just like basically just martyring themselves, being like, I loved you.
Yeah.
That really like hits home to me. So Folklore is the perfect album for a girl like me. I'm a Pisces moon, so I cry in my room at night and shit like that, listening to like songs.
Got it.
I was like, I'll perform Folklore, and lo and behold, I've been like doing this brunch. I'm like gonna be going on to like my 7th time doing this brunch.
That's awesome.
And it's been a lot of fun. So if you want to come see me and you're listening from across the United States, if you are interested in Taylor Swift, you should certainly come to the Taylor Swift drag brunch.
Yeah, leave a comment below if you're a Swiftie and what your favorite era is.
Oh yeah, please tell me your favorite era. That would be such a gag. I would love to know what the Shablam audience thinks of their favorite era.
What do you think mine would be?
Well, do you have one?
Yeah.
Should I guess?
Yeah.
Is it recent?
Yeah, I guess. I don't even know the timeline.
Are you like a Midnight's girl?
Reputation.
Reputation.
I like a dark Taylor.
Got a long list of ex-lovers.
I like angry Taylor. That's more my speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Taylor in a few of my mixes. I got a Cruella mix with Taylor songs.
Any Biotixx kind of performs like this.
I do. I get very intense.
Like she loves to give like you don't
I give a lot of
bleep
fakes.
my finger there.
A lot of fakes.
She gives this face like
a lot of shoulders.
and it's like that.
I like to be funny or like angry.
Like, literally, exactly.
You know, why not? Anyway, so you were doing that in San Diego yesterday.
Yes, I was.
Fun.
And I just got back from San Diego yesterday.
Hey. Okay, so how was New York? You saw some Broadway shows, right?
I saw some Broadway shows.
What'd you see?
I saw Almost Happy Ending with Darren Criss.
Okay.
I saw Eureka Day, which is the New York Times critic choice for best play.
Eureka. You found her.
You found her. It was a comedy. It was very good.
Was she in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
Hello.
I saw Audra McDonald in
Gypsy. How was it?
It was amazing.
Oh my God.
Classic Broadway musical, overture, red velvet curtain, huge set, so decadent, beyond.
She's amazing. Audra McDonald is the one.
Saw Oh Mary
with
Betty Gilpin.
Okay.
So major.
Yeah.
She was great. Betty Gilpin, if you're listening to this, great job. And
Titus Burgess is going into that show right next.
Titus Burgess is going to be in Oh Mary next. I would
Yes.
kill to see Titus Burgess. Leave a comment down below if you're watching Titus Burgess.
Come on, Titus.
And I saw You're in Town.
And
it's crazy how current that musical is.
You're in Town was the last musical I did in LA.
Who were you?
I was Tiny Tom.
Mm.
I love that show. If y'all don't know, you should check out You're in Town, especially if you're a musical theater fan.
Yeah, if you're a musical theater fan, it has the original cast recording has Hunter Foster in it, who's Sutton Foster's brother.
Carolee Carmello. Wait, she was in the revival, I think. Carolee Carmello?
Yeah, she was in the revival.
Okay.
But it's a really brilliant, like political satire musical.
Yeah.
It takes place in a dystopian universe where people have to pay to use the bathroom because water is so scarce. Yeah. Girl. I mean, it was like crazy how closely tied the jokes were. This show was written like, I think it was like 2000.
Early 2000s.
It was in the early 2000s. And
maybe even 2000.
25 years later now, it is like so relevant still. It's so crazy.
You want to hear something wild? The production of You're in Town that I was in, it was maybe the only time I was ever in a show that got stopped halfway through and we ended the show.
Why?
Someone got one of the cast members got electrocuted on stage.
Annie.
I am not even he's okay. He survived.
Not you dropping this on the Shablam podcast.
It was insane. I was off stage and it was like we were Should I get into all this?
Yes.
I don't even know. I have to try. I wasn't planning on talking about this. I have to think about what happened. Okay. So someone got electrocuted during this production of You're in Town. The show got stopped halfway through. All I remember, I don't remember what number it was. It was during the second act, maybe. At some point, the cast members would light the people on stage with these lights that were on the ground. But it had just rained and the theater was old. So I guess there were puddles on the stage or something. So when he went to grab the light to shine it on the people performing, he got electrocuted and he screamed. We heard his screams off stage. Literally, it was so wild. I was the one who had to call the actor's husband. And I was like, it was one of those conversations. I felt like I was in a movie because I was like, Michael, because I called from the person's phone, the actor's phone. I was like, so it wasn't his voice, obviously. So I knew he was going to be freaking out. I was like, this person is fine, but you need to get to the hospital right now. He got electrocuted during the middle of the show. An ambulance came, took him away. It was wild.
Was he back the next day?
No, he didn't come back. He was like, fuck this. Which, more props to him. I get it.
Was this like a summer stock?
No, it was like a theater in LA. I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It was like an equity production, but yeah. It was...
See, Shablamers, this is the kind of content you get when you follow through on listening to the podcast, okay?
Ay. That was scary, though. I had a first date right after the show. I had to cancel it, obviously. I was like, I can't go on this date. One of my cast members almost died tonight.
I'm speechless. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little speechless.
But I do love You're in Town. It holds a special place in my heart. Follow your heart.
Speaking of
Cut that!
Speaking of following your heart, you know, drag is something that we've been following for a long time, and I just kind of wanted to go through some like really old clips. We can really seriously, I have it pulled up right here. We can start it with this clip of me performing for the first time in drag.
Okay, yeah. So our topic this week is my first time. So I want to know about your first time in drag because I had a show, actually, the competition we did together where we really met. So to Think You Can Host. We had to pitch our ideas for a show, and my show idea was called My First Time. Mm-hmm. And the whole premise of it was people would recreate the first numbers they ever did in drag. So I would like have people tell their stories of, but I don't think, I had you perform, but I don't remember what your performance was necessarily, sorry.
Yeah, so I did, my very first drag performance was at 340 Nightclub in Pomona, California. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you fucking know, you fucking know.
Now, what do you have to say about 340? Because you always have a lot to say about the Abbey.
Alex went,
I think 340 has its own share of drama.
Well, I don't perform at 340 anymore. Girl, talk to Joella.
Oh!
Anyway, so I'm over here on November 3rd. It's literally titled Lorelei Dragconic. The show was called Dragconic, and it was a sign-up show. Anyone can sign up. You just had to submit yourself, right?
Okay.
Lorelei Dragconic, Friday, November 3rd, 2017, at 340 Nightclub in Pomona, California. And at the time when I first started, y'all, I was getting my theater degree in college. And so I wanted to be the drag queen that was like, I want to sing. I want to like perform live. Like, I don't want to lip sync. Like, I want to... Little did I know that no drag audience likes to see a drag queen sing. I don't care what propaganda is out there. Drag queens, put that microphone down.
At least, I don't know how it is in other cities. Down. In New York, I feel maybe it's more acceptable. I don't know. But in LA, people don't want to see that.
Unless you're Thirsty Alley and you're doing comedy songs. By the way, shout out to Thirsty Alley.
Hi, Thirsty. There are exceptions. Obviously, there are a lot of great singers, but it's a lot of the venues in LA, they're not set up for that.
They're not set up for singing. So this performance is horrible because not only is the sound horrible and I sound horrible because I'm nervous, I'm also performing so awkwardly.
Oh, God.
I got second to last place this night.
Oh, it was a competition.
It was a competition. I got second to last place.
Oof. Who got last? Do you remember?
There was one girl who got last, and it was because she tried doing a roast set, and it was horrible.
Oh, God. So you could do anything you wanted for this.
Kind of. I'm like,
who won? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Because 340 is a club. It's not in LA proper. It's in Pomona, which is, I don't even know what you would call that, a suburb of LA? Is that in LA?
It's like, it's in Pomona, which is like outside of LA. It's Inland Empire.
How far? Like, it's like an hour drive, maybe?
It could be, depending on where you are, it could be like an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's a ways out.
Anyway. Here it is.
Wait, so are we watching this?
Well, yes. Let's get in on this video.
Let's see what we got.
Shall we, sister?
So this was your first performance?
Well, yes.
Okay.
My very first one. Horrible. I'm so embarrassed to be watching this. It's available on the internet. I can't convince them to take it down. Every single time I message them, they just put me on red. So
you've tried to have them take it down?
I've literally tried to have this taken down, and they won't listen to me. So.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I used to wear padding like this.
Whoa. What happened? Let me see this.
This performance was so triggering that I stopped wearing padding because it was just like gave me bad memories.
Oh, it's Hedwig.
Yeah.
You look cute. The angry inch. Your makeup looks good.
I look like Janice from the Muppets.
Well, yeah, but I like her.
Horrible.
It's weird seeing you with padding like that. Because you're not padded on top either, which is funny.
It's also like the longest blonde wig I've ever owned. I don't even know where that wig is anymore.
So is this one where people were like voting and stuff?
There were like judges and stuff. Yeah.
Who are the judges? Do you remember?
I think you got to pay to be a judge if you wanted to. Like it was a weird thing like that.
What?
I was like rocking the live vocals though. I really tried my best.
You
but
sound
then,
pretty good, yeah.
and I was like trying to walk in these heels that were impossible to walk in. And I'm like trying to do all these like gags with the audience and it's not working. Ah.
What was the prize? Do you remember?
The prize was like nothing. Well, what was the prize? This was a qualifying round for the finals. And then the finals you got, I think, $1,000?
Oh, okay.
It was something like that. It was something substantial. But then there's one point where I stand over a man. I'm standing over a guy's chair right now.
You're thrusting in his face?
I know, like crazy.
That's a Portia Liger move.
I know. Hey, Portia, how's it going? Horrible.
Wow. So you came in almost dead last.
Dead last, because you should never sing live at a nightclub, basically.
That's rough. Well, you learned the hard way.
People just don't really vibe with that as much as you thought. As much as you think people will vibe with that, they really won't.
Did you have a lot of friends there too?
No, I had no friends there.
Oh.
I was just like, I was like balls to the wall, just like, I just want to try drag. And it was the only place I could do drag because I was
you were underage.
under 21.
Yeah.
And Pomona is 18 and up.
Okay.
So when I was like first starting drag, I was like, this is the only place I can go.
Yeah.
So I went and I did this competition. I didn't win this night. I came back for another qualifying round. I won that qualifying round. And then I actually won the whole season.
Oh, hey. So don't give up, Shablamers. Never give up.
Never give up on your dreams. They can come true for you because Shablamers know how to get the work done.
Sounded a little like, what's that YouTube lady? Colleen?
Oh, Miranda Sings?
Yeah.
We don't talk about her, bitch.
Bye, Miranda.
That lipstick is looking like Miranda Sings.
I know. Is that my teeth?
No, just the red.
She don't sing no more.
Was that a threat?
Colleen Ballinger. Come on the Shablam podcast.
Wait, sing it with me, ready? 5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Toxic gossip train.
Oh, I'm like, what are we singing?
Running down the rails of manipulation. Toxic gossip train. She kind of ate that up. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not a Colleen fan like that.
Voice.
I showed that to you. Remember I showed that to you?
Yeah, you did.
And we were gagging over that.
Yeah.
We gagged.
I was obsessed with her back in the day.
Oh, I was like a Miranda Sings like kid.
Stan.
Yeah. Should we find a performance of you?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
My first, it's funny that yours was November, what was it, 3rd?
2017.
But that was literally almost to the day, a year before my first performance, which was also a competition. There's not video of this, but I did a competition, Angina's New Queens competition at Red Line Bar where we met. And I won my first night, so.
So talk me through the costume malfunction that happened.
Okay, so this is a different competition. This is one I did at Mickey's called Project Drag. This is one of the major competitions in Los Angeles. This is where Joella was actually in this competition, as was Hershey Liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
I made it farther than both of them.
It's really an iconic competition in LA.
It really is.
It doesn't get produced very often. It's only every once in a while. But anyone who wins this competition gets a lot of attention.
They become a showgirl at Mickey's famous Monday night show. Morgan McMichaels is the host of this, along with Tony Moore. It's not audience based, which is rare for an LA competition. They have guest judges, so Melissa B. Fierce was one of them. We had a Ariana Grande night, and like Ariana's choreographers were the guest judges, so they get like big names to come and judge. So this was the night I got eliminated from said competition. I think I came in 5th. I topped in the top 5. But we had to make our own costumes. I'd never made a costume before. My boyfriend helped with this. He's like a fashion designer by trade, so he helped me. We spent all week doing it, and I had a costume malfunction. But I still got a standing ovation.
Where is the costume malfunction?
But I was eliminated. I did a reveal, and it doesn't fully reveal. Cake Moss was in the audience. Shout out, Cake. She was like, fix your costume. Your costume's falling apart. And I was like, what? I thought she was just like...
Right here.
Trying to tip me.
Is this like giving you trauma, like rewatching it?
I don't know. Melissa B. Fierce was like, did you rehearse? I was like, no, bitch. I spent the past week making this. I didn't have time to rehearse it with the costume. Oh, yeah, see? But that would have been gagging otherwise. I took inspiration from Violet Chachki's, like, reveal thing, but it never fully revealed. And because of that, they eliminated me.
You deserved it, bitch. It looks ugly.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
Any shit you want to talk about that?
Well, no, I think it's a good competition. I didn't win. Callista Stage is the winner of that one. Shout out Callista. Hey. Do you know Callista?
No.
You don't? She doesn't work that often.
Hey, Callista, if you're watching, my name's Lorelei. It's nice to meet you.
Miss Stage, if you're nasty. No, but I will say after the competition, when people got eliminated, we would all be in the back and we'd like applaud for the person who got eliminated. And when I got eliminated, that bitch didn't applaud for me. She just stood there. And I was like, Callista, I called her out right in front of Morgan and Tony, everyone. I was like, Callista, you're not going to applaud? And then she started to applaud. I was like, fuck you.
Okay.
But anyway,
so
she won and she's beautiful.
That introduction is retracted, Callista. Because if you fuck with my girl, any Biotixx, you're fucking with Lorelei.
Ooh, Callista, you got Lorelei on your back now.
And you don't want Lorelei on your back. Let me tell you something, because you will get your shit talked on the pod.
Oh my God.
I'm not afraid to get messy here. I am not afraid to hold space for that, because you know what? The world's going to shit anyway, so I might as well talk mine. I might as well get my lick back.
Well, this was many years ago. Callista and I are fine. We like rarely see each other. I have no issues with her. She's a lovely, beautiful drag queen.
And we'll leave it at that.
Period.
We can probably do another episode where we talk more about like our very first performances, but this was fun to kind of just go through.
Just a brief
little like taste of what we were like in our very early days, because now we're doing a podcast and God, it feels like a new era is starting. The Shablam era.
The Shablam era is upon us. It's what the world needs right now.
Imagine like I start to float out of my seat like,
I don't think we have the budget for that.
Oh,
another phone call?
A phone call to him.
Oh, I hope it's Scuzzy and he's not mad at me anymore.
Hey, Scuzzy.
Again?
2
weeks in a row?
What's up, girl? I mean, sir. You want to talk to Annie? She wants to talk to you.
I can't reach.
You know, we might need to switch seats here.
Oh God, we're doing all this. Pod's about to be over.
I know, but I know that we can do our closing out from other seats.
I don't know about this.
Don't bump the mic. Don't bump the mic.
Oh, God, okay.
Oh, Scuzzy, sorry.
I bumped it.
This seat
Scuzzy, I'm sorry. Thank you. I had to switch seats.
The seat is warm. I think she farted in it.
What's going on? I wanted to formally apologize about my outfit the other week. I wasn't aware of what you wanted me to wear, but I'm wearing what you want today. So are you still mad at me? Oh. What? You want me to tell her that?
What are you saying?
Okay. All right. I'll talk to wait, do you have any auditions for us? No auditions. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon. Love you.
I didn't get any notice for any auditions or anything. Yeah. No.
And you didn't book the one you auditioned for last week.
So. Well, I was close. I was unavailable, but I didn't quite. Yeah.
Yeah. He just. So
what's up?
You're on his shit list now.
Now, why am I in it?
Now, if you missed last week, Scuzzy is our manager. See, I'm looking at my camera. Scuzzy is our manager. He called last week and reprimanded me for not wearing what he wanted me to wear.
Now, why am I in it? So what now?
I don't know. You're going to have to talk to him because I don't want to get in the middle of it. I am finally back on his good side. We're going to leave it at that, and I will let you fight your own battles on this one, okay?
You didn't even stand up for me?
Listen, bitch, I told you. He's finally being nice to me. I've been trying to call him all week, and he wouldn't answer.
Seriously, Annie? Seriously, you're always doing this.
Go back to my seat.
Like, you're always doing this. You're always, like, freaking putting me under the bus in front of our freaking manager. Like, I'm literally going to walk off the set because...
Lorelei, sit down.
You never stand up for me. You literally never stand up for me. I'm about to, like, pack my bags.
Well, will you sit down for me? If you sit down, I will stand up for you.
Bitch, sit the fuck down. You're starting to piss me the fuck off, bitch. You're starting to piss me the fuck off.
Anyway, that was our manager, Scuzzy.
Let's just wrap up this episode. Basically, thanks for watching. This episode is about friendship. It's about art. It's about the culture. And if you're listening to this, it's because you're getting down to the bottom of the culture with your two sister girls, Biotixx and Lorelei, basically.
Thank you for joining us. We're two working drag queens in the city of Los Angeles, pursuing our dreams and living our lives together.
And you're here along for the ride.
Ooh, we'll see you next week.
Insert theme song here.